Hi, my name's Jenny Grainger and this is one of my midlife gap year videos. Throughout 2014 I'm giving myself a midlife gap year and I'm condensing all my work into 1 week a month, and the rest of the month I'm free to do whatever I want. And it's been a bit of an experiment. It's been an experiment, I suppose, mostly in trust. And this video I want to record now is really about abundance and trusting in the flow of abundance in our lives. At the moment, I love this time of year. It's the 14th of September today, and I feel as if I'm absolutely surrounded by abundance. More often than not, we think about abundance in our life as financial abundance. When I use the word abundance, most people's mind immediately goes to money. And yet, at the moment, I am surrounded by an abundance of sweet pea. And have been actually for the last 4 months. I've been cutting these sweet pea back every 2 days. I fill the house with sweet pea, and every 2 days I come back out and there's more of them here. So I'm surrounded by an abundance of sweet pea. I'm surrounded by an abundance of these mad fire-tongue beans. What else have we got? Celery, courgettes, salad, kale. And then on the hedgerows behind me, I've got brambles growing. We've had a huge crop of apples from the garden this year. And everywhere I look in nature, there's just abundance. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And so I've been really working with this idea of abundance over the last few years. And I remember about three years ago, standing in a vegetable garden at the house that I lived in at that stage, and I was completely broke. I mean, really down to skin, not sure if I was going to be able to pay the rent that month. And yet I was out in the garden and I was picking my broad beans in the vegetable garden, the broad beans that I'd planted. And we had a real glut of them that year, so many broad beans. And as I was picking them, I was saying thank you for each one. And thinking, wow, I have such an abundance of broad beans in the garden. There's so many of them. And as I say, normally when we think about abundance these days, we think about money. And yet, for me, abundance is really, it's a feeling. It's not a thing. It's a feeling of being abundance. And I spent most of my life feeling as if I was lacking, as if there was a lot of lack in my life. I didn't have enough time, didn't have enough money, didn't have enough energy, didn't have enough love. And that was the feeling that I had. I was always constricted, tight. Everything was rush, rush, rush. I felt as if there was always a finite amount of these things in my life. So over the last few years, especially when I've been learning more and working with the law of attraction more, I've been trying to get into the feeling place of abundance. And simple things like coming out and recognizing that there's so much abundance of beauty around, flowers, vegetables. Our cupboards in the kitchen are full of food. That's abundance. I have an abundance of petrol in my car. I have an abundance of love, an abundance of friends. I have an abundance of positive feedback from clients and from people I've worked with over the years. An abundance of gratitude from people. I just have a lot of abundance in my life, and the more I've recognized that abundance and really tuned into how abundant my day-to-day life is, as yours is, the more attractive I become, and I mean that from an energetic point of view, the more I attract more abundance into my life. And so at this point, mid-September, 9 months into my gap year, where I wasn't sure, this time last year I didn't actually believe it would be possible to only work 1 week a month. And financially I didn't think I just didn't think it was possible. I didn't believe into it. What I'm realizing now is that rather than putting things off, so rather than maybe picking all these sweet pea on the hope that, because I maybe fear that they won't grow back, what I realize is that the more I pick these sweet pea, the more I appreciate them in the house and celebrate their beauty and their abundance, the more they come back again. It's amazing. And so I'm really recognizing that that's true of my own life as well. If I hang on to things, if I hang on to my money because I'm scared that one day I won't have enough, one day there won't be enough, then first of all I deprive myself of the joy of actually living and enjoying my life right now. And secondly, my energy constricts, my shoulders go up, I feel tense, I believe that I won't have enough one day. And so this year has been very much an exercise in letting go of all of that, recognizing how abundant I am right here, right now. Tomorrow I might not be here. You know, we don't know. So I'm just enjoying it here and now. I'm enjoying the now, and I'm enjoying the abundance. And Lila's enjoying her life as well. She's going to come down and join me. Are you? Hello, Lila. And so it's just really about recognizing that. So just notice yourself over the next couple of weeks. You know, where do you hang on? What do you not allow yourself to do because you're scared that you might not have the money in 6 months' time? What are you putting off enjoying now because you're nervous that you won't have enough? Do you tell yourself that you don't have enough time? Do you tell yourself you don't have enough energy? Where are you feeding that lack in your life? And where could you how could you start to feel more abundant on a day-to-day basis? Simple things like, go and take 100 quid out of the bank and put it in your purse. And carry it around in your purse or your wallet, and every time you open your purse or your wallet, recognise that you have 100 quid. You could spend it, but don't. Just keep it there. Just recognise that you have the choice. And what I'm realising more and more is that when I do little things like that, play little games with myself like that, it shifts my relationship with money, with abundance. It shifts my thinking. It shifts how I feel, which is the most important thing. So right here, right now, I have more than enough. Right here, right now, I feel fully supported. And right here, right now, I recognise that the more I appreciate and celebrate this abundance that I'm surrounded with and enjoy the scent of it, the more it keeps coming to me. And another little note that I learned about the sweet pea, a lesson I learned from the sweet pea a couple of days ago, was I was out here picking them, and there was part of me was sort of thinking, God, I'm having to pick more sweet pea. Like, I've been picking these for 4 months now, every 2 days for 4 months, and I was out here thinking, this is another job that I've got to do. And I realised that actually that's very, very similar to the human condition in many different ways. So I planted these seeds last November. They started to grow. The first few times that I picked them, I just marvelled in their beauty and their smell, most importantly. I was so excited to have them in the house. I was so excited to carry them around in the car. And I was just loving them. And now they've become normal. Now I just take them for granted a little bit. And it's become a bit of a chore, another thing that I've got to do. So isn't that so true of so many things in our life? We appreciate them when we first get them, and then we normalise them. So what are you normalising in your life? What are you not really appreciating and being grateful for in your life right now? I hope that gives you a little bit of food for thought. Enjoy the abundance in your life, and give gratitude for it. And I'll speak to you very soon. If any females are watching this and you are open to receiving abundance and manifesting more abundance in your life, then I have something which might be of interest to you. So if you want to find out a little bit more, drop me an email to jenny@freshstartcoaching.co.uk, something that might support you in your journey and also help you to manifest a lot of abundance to give yourself a bit of freedom and make some different choices with your life. Drop me an email if you're interested. I hope you've enjoyed this little video. Have a lovely week. Bye.